So hello, we are building a website on mobile. So when you want to build a website on mobile, the very first thing is you get Puffin browser, as you already know, and we've talked about that on last videos. So if you haven't watched that, make sure to check on my last videos and see if it is there for you to watch it. So what you have to do is actually open this on two browsers. I'm on Chrome right now, and Chrome is going to help us to do all the styling on each and every thing we decide to do here. And then the Puffin browser is going to help us to drag and drop. This is the browser that supports drag and drop on mobile. So the Puffin browser is going to be there to help us to drag and drop. That is its main function, drag and drop. And we can do any other editing on this browser. It's opening the same website. We're on Puffin right now. So here on Puffin, we can drag and drop by simply enabling the mouse function. This is the mouse function. And if I want to add a button, let's say I want to add a button here or anything here, I can go ahead and add it. First, I would love to look for the widget I want to add by scrolling down here. So what I want to do is look for a particular widget. So I'll scroll down and look for a widget, and let's say I want to add this is a call to action, this is a price list, whatever. Let's say I wanted to add maybe an icon or so. Just need to scroll down and look for it. That's all. Once you get to the widget you're looking for, you just need to activate the mouse and then pick it up. All you need is activate the mouse and pick it up, guys. I'm sorry for the noise on the background. It's just can never stay away completely from it. So one thing about this browser is that it's super slow. It's super slow. So you need to really be like put all the moments on it. So let's click on this Rubik's Cube icon up there to get our widgets up. So this is a widget, this is another widget. We can go ahead and look for more widgets. I don't know what we should add here, but probably let's add text, maybe text, should we? Whatever, you get the point. You can just pull up anything you want to add in here, and it's just going to come up. So let me take away this keyboard first and look for something I want to really happen. The thing is, I don't know what to add here right now, but you could go ahead and add anything. Maybe you want to add text or maybe a heading too. You can go ahead and activate the mouse function. You see it comes up, and what I want you to do is carry this mouse button here, bring down here with your finger, then click on it until you just click and allow the click, and it turns the mouse. You can pull it out, and once you pull it, you can add it here. And you just need to highlight it and wait for this section to highlight and show you're adding something. Once it does that blue, know that your text is already being added, and once you add it, you can now add a text on that. So you can write something. For now, it is just saying add your heading here. So what we are going to do is quickly delete that. So I'm going to move my keyboard and right there my whatever, you just a heading, you can write anything. So my training, so I want to write my training on mobile, it's big right now, but I want us to be able to change this thing when we get to you can still change this thing on Chrome. All what you need this browser for is drag and drop. So you click on update, and you want to get this habit of clicking on update each time. So you want to get this habit. Now we don't need this trackpad, but if I click this trackpad, my icon is going to go away, and that's because I put in the trackpad as the mouse. But as you can see, we have that. We are going to style that soon when we get to that. My main focus was to update this, and now we've added that. You can now change whatever you want to change here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to Chrome real quick, and once I'm in Chrome right now, we're going to see that we have the same thing, but it isn't updated in Chrome. So what I want to do is I want to update this, which I'm going to want to click on refresh to refresh this. So let me refresh that and see. We're going to get some titles here. Though Elementor really takes a little bit of time to load on mobile, but it's quite outstanding that we can do this on a mobile phone. Anyways, let's wait for Elementor to load, and we see if that effect has been clearly created. So let's see. I think it's huge now because of the effect. That is it, the background, but it's a little black there. So what I want to do is click on it and click on this pencil icon here that's above it. Once you click on that icon, if you click on this part changes. You see that it changes. Good. Now when it changes, all what you need to do is you can align it, you can reduce the size. So what I want to do is I want to reduce the size. The size is really big there, so I want to make it small. So it reduces, so I get everything on the small part, but it's still very dark. I can't really see it. So I'm going to head into style right here, and style is going to style this up. So let me try and reduce the screen a little bit so we can see everything. So we're on style right now, and what we want to do is change the text color. So we want to change the text color to white. So we click on this icon right here, and it's on black right now, and we change it to white. And once we do that, all what we need to do is click on the screen right now, and I think we should have something showing up, which is quite what we wanted. Some typography. Okay, my training on mobile. So this is it, and let's say I wanted this to be smaller. We can reduce the size, whatever. You can also change the typography of this by clicking on typography, and sometimes you just need to have like a few different types of typography, maybe 2 or 3 on your website. You don't want to have so many different types of typography, so just look for a family and choose from. Let's say I want but these are Google fonts actually, so you can just use the error. So I'm training on mobile, and here is where the sizes get affected. If I make it's a lot bigger, so you can also reduce the size and increase the size here. Oh my god, look at that, it's super big from there. So what you want to do is reduce this to 0. So once you reduce that to 0, it shows my training on mobile. Okay, that shows my training on mobile right there, and you see that this is the size, so you can change that. The weight is just how heavy it looks, and like the more the weight, the heavier it looks. So when you increase the weight, it's just like making it bold. So we have style, which is a transformation. You can also transform this to whatever, lowercase, uppercase, capitalize. So let's say if I put it on capital letters, sorry, let's capitalize that. Uppercase, and everything is on uppercase. Now decoration, you can do the decoration. Line height, you can also do line height and edit everything that is there. So let's say letter spacing is just the spaces between the letters, so we can do this, and by the time we pull this up to this level, you see that the spacing between the letters has been increased. Let me reduce that. You can also reduce that by using these numbers here, and you just click on it and click on your keyboard. So I'm fine with this, and we can do the line height also. This will show you separate the 2 lines, my training. So we can allow here, and it shows up there. So we can also edit the column. This widget is what we are editing. You can also edit the column. So what we are going to do is come back to this, and I want us to start by editing the section, because a website is made up of sections. You see this blue round is what we call a section, and website is made up of multiple sections. A section may have so many columns, a section may just have 1 column, so depending on what you choose. So when we click on this 6 dot right here, it will change the whole of this to what we have there. So we haven't really finished with this, but I want to come back to it later. So what I want to do is click on this button right here. That shows the three dot, and once you click on it, this Elementor panel has already automatically changed to the layout. Now this is where you cannot do arrange the width of this, but I want to check what is going on in there. So what I'm going to do is I want to arrange the layout. It shows a boxed, so you can actually do whatever you want to do here. Full width. I love full width because full width makes your website to go full width each time, no matter the size of that what you're using. So here is the gaps, and you can also put no gaps, extended, wide, whatever you want to do. You can add the height of the section. You can do here vertical alignment, overflow, stress section. You can go ahead and add more and more on the settings there. But what you want to do, guys, always click on this update button each time you do a change. And since we did that already, now we can click on the structure and maybe increase the, here you can increase the amount of columns you want again here, and do whatever you want to do. So one thing I want is actually working with the layout, because the layout is where everything will be worked upon. So let's say I have the layout of this, and let's click on the layout, and we've arranged everything to our likeness, the gaps, the height to our likeness. What we want to do is enter into the style. Now the style is going to help us change something which is called the background image. Now if you see this background image here, is lighter than this, and that's because changes have been done. And here you can choose your own image. You can go ahead and download an image, which I'm going to provide images for you on the description below. So you can go ahead and download the images on the description below to make sure you follow with me and build the same website I'm building, or you can just use your own images. So what I want to do is you can click on this button, choose an image, and click on upload, and click on select file. Now once you click on select file, you also want to go to your gallery and choose for the files the images you want to put here. So if I go down to recent, I really don't want these images. Maybe I want an image from my memory. So let me just get into the internal memory right here, and get into Pixlab. I've been working with Pixlab already, so I think I have some few designs in there. So Pixel Lab, sorry. So this is it. I think I have some few designs in here I want to use for images on my website. So not talking more about travel, but designs I've done on Pixel Lab, sorry. So you just want to choose something that's gonna work out. So let's say I finally end up with choosing anything like this. This look like news, which I don't really want because it's not a news website I'm building, but you can get the fun. In each image I'm going to use here, I'm going to make sure I put a link for it on the description below, so that you can also download the image and use. But for all, I just want you to use your own image. So this is an image here that contains my name, and even though it's about 2 megabytes big, I hate using images which are that huge. It's just because these images are taken as ultra from Pixel Lab, so it's going to have to upload that 2 megabytes of image. So while waiting, let's look at it. I think I really will not want this image. Actually, I'll just maybe want another image. So I'm going to click on upload and search for an image which is quite smaller, and get into my recent images and look for an image that might work. So I think okay, so let's just move down a little bit below. I think this is an image that is quite good, so this one might work, might do the trick. Right, that 2 megabytes of a picture is really heavy, So guys, I'm not going to provide a picture that took 2 megabytes for you to do, because I know the phone, the networking can run is quite disturbing, and working on phone is not a problem. So what you have to do only is just to click on the image you've imported, and that's all. You click and accept the image you want. So the first image has gone through, though it's still loading, but I want to choose this image as it because it's almost done. And it has to really come up all, but you can go to free images and search for images there. That is what I think I should do. Go to free images and search for images on free images. What you can actually do is get to free images and search. So whatever way you choose to go, it's a way. It's a huge way. So maximum upload file size is 10 megabytes. So you cannot upload something greater than 10 gigabyte. Now I want to search for a free image, and I want to search on the topic travel. Okay, this is travel, vacations. Click on change image. And you want to click on upload image. I have images uploading here. So we go ahead and select an image from the media library, the images we imported. Guys, you want to import image which are very low in size but at high resolution. Images which are good like this. Let me check this. But if you don't have images, I prefer you go check on free images. You see, this is the image, and it will be loading here soon enough, so we can actually see how it looks on this part of the website. So on mobile it take a little time, but I think on desktop notes it's not going to take that much time. So what we want to do is just wait for it to load, and you can go ahead and click on update. Now if you really want to view this on another tab, you can go and click on preview, which is just beside the update button. So you preview your changes, and when you click on that, it's going to carry you to another tab where you're going to see every change you've done to the website. In it's starting to look more like another website, different from what you installed here, though we need to still change so many things, and we'll do that real quick. But here you can preview your changes, and here it's on, I think it's on mobile, so we need to change it to desktop to really see what's going on. So once you change it on mobile, and there, wow, it's super cool. You look at the image of the wine there, it's like it's really great. It's really great. So this could actually be an image on like come and buy wine here, but really great, and it has the wine color, the white, the red. So all you want to do is actually come back. So that is it. We've just changed the image, and you can really see our website already have that image ready. So we want to get back to this, and you can change everything about the image. This is supposed to show up. you could go ahead and change more images. If you don't have images, like, let me show you what you have to do. Change more images. It's very simple. You go to choose images, click on that, then go to free images. This is where you solve the internet. You search the net for images, and you can search it according to category. You can search according to category. The last category is travel, so this is what we want to search on, and these are travel images popping up right here. And you just want to choose a good travel image. Let's say I really love, man, all the images are really super good, but I love this one more, even though this one looks like cool. Like, I'm certainly confused right now, but I'm going to choose this one. I want to choose that one. Just click on it, and we see the preview from here. Remember, on mobile it's going to really look better, but you can come back. I don't want a puppy right now, neither do I want a dog. So get back to this. Oh, don't get me bad, I love dogs, but not on my travel website. So we go to back to images and choose like this one. By the way, this is from Pixabay, so these images are free to use. So we click on them, and that is it. Once you click on them, they do appear here. So we've actually changed it, and it should be appearing here soon. And if it doesn't, what you need to do is click on update, which you should be very acquainted with by now. Clicking on update, and once it's done updating, you can then refresh the page to get your changes showing up on your website, and you work with it as it goes. So wait for it to update. It's taking a longer time than it should, but thank all for it. Let's keep on moving. Okay, it's updated, and you want to refresh this page right now. So click on the three dots and click on refresh, and that will do a quick refresh. Okay, so the image we changed is live, and all we need to do is edit a little bit and make it change, and make the change even look better. So what we need to do is click on this three dot right here and go back to our image, which is under style, and then do more changes on them, which we can do as a repeat. We don't want it to repeat. The size to cover, it's always good to put the size to cover so that it covers the entire header, but you can put it to auto, custom, but I love putting it on cover. And then we have background overlays, which you can do the overlays and hover effects, CSS, whatever. You can choose an image and put on the overlay, so that once you do like an overlay transition, is going to change. And we have shape dividers. For those who don't know what shape dividers are, let's zoom in a little bit and go to the lower section of this and show you what a shape divider is. For a border, you know what a border is already. We've seen that on pictures like frames. Now let's go to shape divider, and I want to go to the bottom to show you how shape dividers behave. This is bottom, and it's on none right now. If I put like, just choose anything like clouds, you're going to see that this thing changes to like cloudy, and you can change that to whatever one you want to change, like pyramids, and it will change live here to pyramids. You can change that to tilt, whatever curve. You can put that to curve, or you can even change it to split books, mountain. I think so. That's mountain here. and that is the mountain. Then you can go ahead and change the way it really fits up. So let's say we want to change the width. You can go ahead and change the width, and it now looks really cool. And you can go ahead and change the color as well if you don't want that. You want let's say we want a blue color, so you can go ahead and put this. Well guys, remember you need to work with a certain color. That is why you always need to copy this value here. You always need to make sure your values are copied, which is this value. When you put your mouse, hover your mouse here, you see the value already. So let's say we're working with something here, and I want a blue color, so I'm going to go more here, and I want to pick on the color of the clouds as well, but not too much, just a little. So I'm going to give a light blue to it, and that is how we just edit it. And you can go ahead and increase the height. If you see that it's too low and you want it to increase to the middle, you can go ahead and increase the height, which is just this slider bar here, and as you pull it increases, and as you pull it increases. So you do this to your likeness. Just go ahead and tweak this place. Feel free to do things, but you don't want to overdo it. Now that is done, so we can go ahead, and you can also do that at the top by just clicking at the top here and also increasing it. So if we do at the top, you can choose clouds, mountains as well, and also put the color to something else. So let's say that. Now you can see that when we scroll, the image is stays, and that's because of the setting that has been done on the image, and we can go ahead and change that. So if we go to the background, the setting is on background, and we go to attachments, and then we put on scroll. You see that each time we scroll, now look at this, if we scroll here, it's going to scroll with our image. It's going to scroll with our image, and the image is moving. But if we keep it on fixed, when we scroll, the image is going to stay. You see, the image stays at one position, and that is happening. So depending on what you want, depending on what fits you, you can go ahead and do whatever you want. But let's come back here, and to position, it's to position the image. So we are going to write like top. It's here, it's a top center, so it is the top center of the image that is actually showing on screen right now. And you can actually change this by clicking here and changing it. We can put it to bottom center, and you're going to see that it is the bottom center. But sometimes if you want the top center, it's okay. So like bottom center, or top right, or bottom left, or bottom right, just depending on what you want. I think I'll stick with the bottom center. It looks quite cool, and okay, it's okay, but I think I want the person's face to show, so I want to go back to the top, so it shows the top right. But we can put we can just click on the custom there and change it ourselves, so it always stays at this position right here, which really looks fantastic. Let's look at it when we pull this out. Oh, my website is looking really cool right now, really cool. So you can see that when we hover over these buttons, they change. This one doesn't have a hover action, this one does. It changes to red each time we hover over them. Now it shows outdoor adventure. This is the logo. We are going to change this at the moment, but let's keep on. So finally, it's time for us to visit our button right here, and probably change the colors, because this button, I may leave it alright, but you want to maybe change some, you want to tweak it so that once we hover over it, it can change. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the button right now, and it's going to change to the button. And what you need to do is just come, you see it's written learn more, and if you want to change anything, like if you want to say read more, you can go ahead and click here or there, and you're going to change it just like you did with the header. So you can click here, and every information you change here is going to change. So if I just wanted to allow just more on the button, so I can go ahead and click and that, and I click on that, and I remove my keyboard, and what I need to do is then to scroll in and see if the changes took place. So you see that it's more, it's just left with more, and you can do more like type, and you can go ahead and change the type to whatever, like success, and go ahead and put a link, because a button will certainly link you to somewhere else, and this is where you drop your link. So maybe you want the person to go to a video on YouTube, you just have to put the YouTube video link here, and it will take the person there. And let's say I wanted my button to be at this corner here, which is the left. I'm going to click on alignment and align the button to the left, so it's going to be on the left. And if I want it to be on the right, click on the right, it's going to go to the right. So you can see it right now because it's on the right there. That's where it is. So I want it at the center. Click it at the center though. Now all what you need to do is pull, scroll more, and here you see the size. This is the size of the button. So if you go ahead to click on large, it's going to increase the size of the button. And if we do more to click on extra large, it's going to increase it even more. So that is just it. The sizes for the button. So I want to go to small, and then here we have icon spacing, which we can include an icon in here. So let's say we want to include an icon, so you're going to put an icon here, and you can search for any icon. We can put an arrow icon that goes to that side of there, and choose it. And once we have to click on it and accept that is what we want to use. So let's say this is the icon. It's okay. We just have to come here and click on upload to upload our own icon if you want to. So we don't want to leave this side, we just want to cancel out. And you can see a whole lot of icon here. We can go ahead and search for icon by name, and we can go ahead and click on YouTube if I wanted to send somebody to YouTube. And I see that this is it. And once I have that, I can click on upload, and it signals me to become a pro user, and I can click on now insert, and we can see that the YouTube icon is there showing them that are going to YouTube. And icon position, it is in front right now. So before, I can go ahead and click on after. The icon is going to go here. And icon spacing from the words, you can go ahead and pull it out. It spaces the icon from the words and give it more space. So this is, you just need to deal with this. Then you can add an ID if you have here that we are going to look more at. So styling, this is where we style our button. So you need to click on styles and go here. Style is where we are going to style this button. And let's say you can change the typography, the way the typography of the word, but I just want to allow it there. It's clean and clear. So we can do a hover effect. So what I want to do with a hover effect is that I want the text color to change to red. Like I want really the text color to change to red on the hover effect. So I'm going to choose the red color there. Yes. And I want the background. Color to change to white. And hover animation. Let's see, a hover animation is what we want to shrink, to glow, to grow. Maybe let's make it grow. so that it grows big when we bring our mouse close to it. And let's see what happens. So you see that? Haha, that's so cool. Like it's like the color of the button goes to the letters, and the color of the letters go to the button, and it's just like wow, like super cool. So that is how you do a hover animation, like hover. Nice. That's a nice hover there. I love that one. So we are going to allow it like that, and we are going to go down to border, where you can add a border to the button. Now this border is something you should always do. You can add it to solid if you want to, like you can put a solid border here. Then this is where you now increase the width. Like if I wanted to put something like 2, I'll go ahead and put it, and we are going to see that borders are being created here. Okay, now you see the border is now red beyond it, and if I increase that value to, let's say, 22, it's going to be huge, and you can see the border there. Now you don't want to make the border really big, so I'm going to allow it at 0, and come back. Now this is the color of the border. If you can change it if you want to, so maybe we put a border, you can change the color of the border to something else. Now this is padding. Padding is how the border will really look like. So we can pad we can make it to really a circular thing or whatever, just for you to get the sense of how the border is and what happens to it when we change it. So I don't want this to be on solid, I just want it to be on none. So I just want it to be on none, so just go ahead and accept none. So we here have pulse and grow. You see it pulses and grows. It's like it's growing, which is a very nice animation, hover animation that is done. So I think we've visited the button and we've changed something about the button, but I want us to go back to the background and change and work on this image here. I want us to work on it a little bit. So let's come back to this image right here, and we need to work on the colors on the image. So we can go ahead and do like an image color. So we can go ahead and add some color to that image. To make it change, to make the change look really cool. And position is on custom. We have the wire position. Okay, then what we need to do is scroll down to where it says please, let's remove that. I think so what we need to do is come to the background overlay and do some tweaking, which is actually, we can now make the color a little bit darker, and whatever we do here, it can change anything. So you see that it adds some color to our image up there, and whew, this looks quite cool, but really stressing on mobile. But now you see the knowledge of it. It looks better, and this is quite cool. I think it's quite cool. It's really quite cool. Okay guys,